vast grasslands, African wild dogs control the rhythm of the hunt from beginning to end. Instead of concentrating their strength for a single decisive blow, they relentlessly wear down their prey over time. Few predators are capable of maintaining such sustained pressure. Every step is directed towards the ultimate goal. When the chase continues without end, who will have the strength to survive until the end? Along Africa's great rivers, the calm surface of the water often gives a feeling of safety. But beneath lies the territory of one of the continent's most dangerous predators. The Nile crocodile is capable of almost perfect camouflage in the murky water, revealing only its eyes and snout. With a bite force exceeding 3,000 pounds per square inches per square inch, they don't chase their prey. They simply wait for the right moment to launch a decisive ambush. African wild dogs understand this danger. After long hunts that drain a lot of energy, they still approach water sources cautiously. Before drinking, the entire pack constantly observes their surroundings, maintains a safe distance, and stays in contact. However, just a moment of inattention is enough to change everything. When a young individual approached the water's edge due to thirst, the river surface suddenly burst. A crocodile jumped up from the bottom with a lightning attack, causing the whole herd to immediately go into response mode. After just a few minutes, the whole herd left the river's edge safely. That encounter shows that in the wild world, solidarity and coordination are sometimes the deciding factor between life and death. On the African savannah, the lion holds the position of apex predator. Its prominence stems from its large size, muscular strength, and ability to control vast territories. An adult lion can weigh around 450 pounds, far exceeding the average weight of about 80 pounds for an African wild dog. Despite this significant difference in size, the two species frequently compete because they both exploit the same prey resources. This confrontation occurs year-round. In some cases, when the pack of wild dogs leaves their den to hunt, a lion may silently approach where the cubs are hiding. Just one attack lasting a few minutes is enough to significantly impact the stability of the entire pack. But when the adult wild dogs returned and discovered a lioness alone, their reaction was highly organized. Instead of engaging in a direct fight, the entire pack quickly dispersed, constantly changing positions and applying pressure from multiple directions, forcing their opponent to constantly turn to track their every move. The increasing pressure forced the lion to retreat deeper into the nearby bushes in search of a safer spot. However, the situation immediately changed when more adult lions appeared. Faced with a clear disparity in strength, the pack of wild dogs quickly withdrew, choosing to preserve their forces rather than prolong a risky confrontation. On the vast grasslands of Africa, the gazelle is a symbol of speed and reflexes. From the small species to the Impala or kudu, they all possess the ability to accelerate to nearly 50 miles per hour. Combined with powerful leaps and sudden changes of direction to escape predators, it is this agility that has helped them survive countless hunts on the savannah. But when the opponent is an African wild dog, speed advantage isn't always enough. This predator is renowned for its near-perfect coordination and high discipline in every chase. Instead of charging forward at full speed from the start, members of the pack continuously take turns leading, maintaining a steady pace and constantly putting pressure on the prey. Each time the antelope changes direction to find an escape route, the pack of wild dogs quickly adjusts its formation, forcing its opponent to expend more energy. Over time, the antelope's running pace begins to slow down. The jumps no longer achieve the same distance, and the changes of direction become less precise. The terrain restricts the prey's mobility, while the pack continues to close the encirclement, gradually reducing the distance until a decisive opportunity arises. Along the edges of African forests and scrublands, African wild dogs often encounter a formidable opponent, the baboon. This primate species is renowned for its intelligence, effective guarding abilities, and close-knit social lifestyle. Adult males possess nearly 4-inch-long canine teeth and a highly protective instinct, always ready to lunge and shield young when danger is detected. Faced with an opponent capable of agile climbing and quick reflexes, the wild dogs understand that brute force is key. Instead, the entire pack utilizes speed, discipline, and coordination to gradually pressure their target. Some members proactively appear at the front to attract the monkey's attention, while others silently circle to the sides, constantly changing positions to narrow down escape routes. This tactic forces the monkeys to maintain a high state of alert. While most baboons retreated to the high acacia trees to avoid danger, the pack of wild dogs did not rush to leave. They continued to patiently wait below, observing every movement and maintaining pressure on every escape route. Opportunities only arose when a young or inexperienced individual strayed from the pack's protection. In such confrontations, the side that maintained coordination and patience longer usually held the ultimate advantage. On the vast grasslands of Africa, few animals create such a sense of dominance as the African elephant. A mature individual can weigh up to 14,000 pounds, possessing enormous size, superior strength, and a highly effective ability to protect its kind. For African wild dogs, this is almost an opponent beyond the limits of conventional hunting. Instead of approaching directly, the pack of stray dogs always observes from a safe distance. They only pay attention when they spot an individual moving slowly, injured, or inadvertently separating from the rest of the pack. As soon as any sign of vulnerability appears, the members immediately spread out, approaching from multiple directions and making short, close-range maneuvers to test the opponent's reaction. However, African elephants are renowned for their almost instantaneous coordinated defensive abilities. The adults quickly move into position, surrounding the calf and forming a solid protective circle. Their trunks constantly reach up to sniff, while their large tusks and massive bodies point directly at the threat. Realizing all advantage has vanished and the risk is increasing, the entire herd quickly retreats. This encounter demonstrates that even the most effectively coordinated hunters understand when to give up to avoid a confrontation with no chance of victory. Each successful hunt determines the survival of the entire pack of wild dogs. To meet the energy needs of many members, they usually target prey of sufficient size. This time, the target was a mature wild boar, weighing approximately 230 pounds. Known for its sturdy build, sharp, curved tusks, and fierce counterattack ability when cornered. Faced with this dangerous opponent, the pack of wild dogs did not choose to attack immediately. After a brief signal, the members quickly dispersed and silently occupied various positions. One group persistently stayed close behind to maintain pressure. while the remaining individuals circled to the sides to gradually narrow down the escape routes. Constantly forced to change direction on the rough terrain, the wild boar began to lose strength. The chase was no longer a race of speed, but a test of endurance between prey and its pack of hunters. Despite repeatedly increasing speed to shake off its pursuers, it could not create a safe distance from the pack of wild dogs, which maintained a steady pace of nearly 30 miles per hour. Ultimately, the coordinated efforts and discipline of the entire pack decided the outcome of the hunt. Most formidable. An adult leopard typically weighs around 400 pounds and has a body length of 9 to 11 feet. The leopard's most notable ability is dragging heavy prey up high branches, where most other predators cannot reach. But even that advantage isn't always enough. When faced with a pack of wild dogs, a lone predator gradually loses the initiative. After subduing its prey, the scent of blood quickly spreads through the air, attracting the attention of a pack of wild dogs moving nearby. Instead of rushing into battle, the pack of wild dogs employed their familiar tactics. They constantly shifted positions, maintaining a safe distance and applying pressure from multiple directions, making it difficult for the leopard to find an effective counterattack. As the pressure increased, the leopard understood that a prolonged confrontation would only increase the risk of injury. It quickly abandoned its prey, using its superior climbing abilities to retreat to higher branches and maintain a safe distance. Ultimately, the pack of wild dogs claimed the carcass, while the leopard chose to preserve its life to continue hunting in the following days. Despite lacking superior physique or overwhelming strength, African wild dogs demonstrate that teamwork is their greatest advantage. From relentless pursuits to encounters with other predators, their success stems from discipline, endurance, and coordination. On the African savannah, this is the foundation upon which this predator species thrives and survives.
In deep rivers, muddy banks, and murky waters where animals must drink or cross, crocodiles are a hidden threat beneath the calm surface. Crocodiles don't need to make a fuss or chase prey over long distances. They are ambush predators, controlling the dangerous boundary between land and water. With their exceptional camouflage abilities, they can remain almost motionless beneath the mud, waves, and murky currents. Only their eyes and a small part of their nose protrude, enough to observe any movement on the shore. When prey gets too close, a moment of carelessness can change the entire situation. crocodile lunges at close range, launching a surprise attack with a powerful bite, dragging its opponent into the water where it has a clear advantage. The crocodile's strength lies not in its speed on land, but in its cold, patient approach. It knows how to use mud to conceal itself, waves to camouflage itself, and currents to silently approach. In the wild, crocodiles don't need to run fast. They just need to wait for their prey to make a single mistake. On African riverbanks, where packs of wild dogs must access water to drink or cross the current, their familiar advantages begin to waver. On land, African wild dogs are incredibly efficient hunters. Each weighing around 80 pounds, they possess good stamina, can run nearly 44 miles per hour, and coordinate as a pack with astonishing precision. They know how to disperse, surround, and maintain constant pressure on their prey. But once they step into the water, that formation is broken. The current slows them down, separating the individuals and carrying them into the territory of crocodiles, those lurking beneath the murky water. When a wild dog ventures too far from the shore, the water suddenly breaks. Crocodiles lunge with short, quick, and powerful ambushes, forcing the entire pack to scatter in a moment of chaos. But the wild dogs don't abandon their comrades. Thanks to pack discipline, they turn back, move around the water's edge, and apply pressure from multiple directions. It is this coordination that creates a valuable space for the endangered individual to escape the attack zone. After a strenuous hunt on the savannah, the cheetah approaches the riverbank, exhausted. On land, it's the fastest, with its slender body, long legs, agility, and the ability to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in seconds. But near the water's surface, that speed is no longer an absolute protection. When the cheetah lowers its head to drink, its vigilance momentarily wanes. Beneath the calm water's surface, a crocodile silently approaches, using mud, waves, and currents to conceal its every movement. There's no need for a long chase. The crocodile simply waits for the right moment. A sudden leap from the water's surface can turn the drinking session into a life or death battle. Sometimes, the cheetah can escape if it reacts quickly enough, or when two cheetahs manage to swim across the river and reach the shore before the crocodile gets close. But the danger never disappears completely. On the savannah, the cheetah wins with speed. But at the river's edge, even a moment of carelessness is enough to squander that advantage before the crocodile's cold, patient grip. On the scorching African savanna, herds of impalas move toward the water's edge to quench their thirst after hours of travel. On the open ground, impalas are among the most difficult prey to catch. They can run at speeds of around 55 miles per hour, leap nearly 10 feet high, and change direction in an instant. With quick reflexes, light footwork, and a habit of moving in herds, impalas often detect danger from afar and disappear in chaotic leaps. Beneath the murky mud and floating vegetation, a crocodile lies almost motionless. It doesn't reveal its body, makes no sound. Only its eyes are visible above the water's surface, silently watching the impala's every move. In a moment of Impala inattention, the water suddenly breaks. The crocodile lunges forward with a short, powerful strike, using its jaws to drag the prey toward the current. On the savannah, speed can save the Impala, but at the riverbank, even a small mistake could lead it into the trap of the most patient ambusher. On land, lions are among the most fearsome predators. With their immense strength, ability to sprint nearly 35 miles per hour in a short distance, and effective teamwork, they have virtually no rivals on solid ground. But in the murky water, crocodiles hold the upper hand. They lurk in the mud, almost motionless, waiting for an unsuspecting individual to stray too close to shore. When a young lion or a lone individual dives to drink, the water can suddenly break. The crocodile lunges with a short ambush, using its tremendous biting force to drag its target toward the water. But if the crocodile leaves the water and ventures too far ashore, the balance immediately shifts. On land, lions are faster, more agile, and far more dangerous, especially when the entire pride surrounds them. In this confrontation, neither species always wins outright. Crocodiles are strong underwater, lions are strong on land. Victory belongs to the one that knows how to turn the environment into a weapon. During the dry season, when shallow lakes gradually dry up, elephant herds are forced to venture into deeper, faster-flowing rivers to cross or find new water sources. On land, elephants have few rivals. An adult elephant can weigh over 10,000 pounds, stand nearly 13 feet tall, and possess enough strength to keep most predators at a distance. But when the entire herd enters the murky water, danger begins to emerge from below. The elephant herd tightens its formation. Large adults lead the way to break the current, while the young elephants are held in the middle, protected by the enormous bodies of the entire herd. But if a strong current pulls a young elephant out of its safe position, a crocodile can immediately seize the opportunity. It doesn't challenge the entire herd. It lurks beneath the mud and waves, silently approaching the weakest individual with a short ambush. When the water suddenly surges, the entire herd reacts instantly. The adult elephants turn around, forming a living wall to shield their young and ward off danger. Danger. On one side is a silent ambusher lurking in the deep mud. On the other is a fiery giant dominating the shallow waters. Adult hippos can weigh over 3,000 pounds, possessing massive bodies, incredibly powerful jaws, and fierce territorial instincts. In particular, mother hippos can become extremely aggressive when protecting their young. Therefore, crocodiles rarely dare challenge a healthy adult hippo. The risk is too great. Instead, they wait for an opportunity at the edge of the herd, where a young hippo might be careless or separated from its mother's protection. From deeper water, the crocodile silently closes the gap. It uses mud, waves, and currents to conceal its movements, waiting for the moment the young hippo is in danger. But when the mother hippo detects the threat, everything changes instantly. It lunges forward with heavy strides, forming a living wall between the crocodile and its young. The entire pack can also create additional pressure, causing the crocodile to lose its ambush advantage. Ultimately, the crocodile often has to retreat. In this confrontation, attacking first does not guarantee victory. The survivor is the one who knows when to advance and when to retreat to save their life. After all the confrontations, the crocodile proves that strength doesn't always lie in speed or pursuit. It can disrupt wild dog formations, put cheetahs at a disadvantage, ambush impalas, challenge lions, threaten baby elephants, and even put hippos on alert. Where land meets water, the crocodile doesn't need to rush.